There's this thing called a Chinese finger trap, and if you've ever seen one of these little toys, you put your fingers in both ends, and then when you pull it apart, it cinches down on your fingers, and the harder you pull them apart, the harder the trap cinches on your finger. So you're trapped if you pull hard, and you're trapped if you do nothing. So the only way out of the finger trap is to push into the trap, and then it opens it up, and then you can gently take your fingers out. And I thought this was just a beautiful analogy of life, the Chinese finger trap of life, because there's so many times we're in these situations that we feel like resisting is going to make them better when we don't feel that they're good, and they just get worse or they don't get any better. So, conflict with other humans, conflict within ourselves, not being able to accomplish something when it comes to money and romance and all that human stuff that we all go through. And the more we resist the thing we don't want, the worse it usually gets, because that resistance, it's like it feeds the thing that you don't want. You can see that in an argument. When you get angry at an angry person, it does not make the anger go away. It actually feeds it, makes it greater. If you resist the person who you're trying to love, you don't get closer. You don't get it actually, that energy poured into that resistance makes the resistance greater and the separation greater. So how does that look in our life? Well, how it works in our life, just like the finger trap, you don't resist more, and you don't do nothing, because you do nothing, you stay there. So it's more of a push into it, push into the resistance. So what you find is, if you push in to the discomfort, whatever it is, the trap that you're in, what you'll find is it loosens up. And what does pushing in to the discomfort look like in our lives? Well, a really simple way to do it is just become aware of the discomfort in your actual body. Become aware and try to visualize where the discomfort is. Try to visualize if it has a color or things like that. You're putting a form and a location on this discomfort. And what you'll notice when you do that is it separates it from your identity. Now, if you think, I am uncomfortable, I am a failure, I am lonely, there's no separation. You can't get away from that ever. But if you think, oh, I feel the discomfort in my chest, I feel the discomfort in my gut, I feel the separation in my head, it's a blue or it's a red cloud and it's in my head, or whatever like that. Instantly what happens is it's not you anymore, it's this thing that's separate. Now that's just a mental structure, but it's really helpful in separating it. And then you can ignore it at that point, or you can imagine it dissipates. And the real key is you switch your attention away from it once you've isolated it. Okay, I know what that is, and then just move towards what you do want. For example, if you're in conflict, I wish I wasn't in conflict. I wish I had connection and intimacy with that person. Well, just start to exhibit that thing that you want before it's being given to you. So maybe that's just being clear about why you're being hurt. So instead of attacking the person, you say things like, listen, I was very hurt by this interaction. My desire is to be connected to you. I love you. I really want to be intimate with you, and I'm just really hurt right now. I'm in this pain and suffering. Will you help me through it? Because my intention is to be with you. Can we help? Can you help me? And then if you can do everything but attack the other person's identity, there's usually an unfolding that leads to intimacy. As an example. So test it, push into the pain, identify it, and then realize it's not you, and then redirect to that which you want instead of don't want. It's a nice little solution. Oh, if you like this, please like, comment, forward, get on my website and follow. I'm launching this book called The Captain, hoping to get the word out.